This is the Pocket Monster Manual. It has the ability to sense the auras of all things, and it understands human speech woolly. Here with inflating its poison sacs, it makes an eerie blubbering sound for intimidation and image.
Welcome to the end of all time.
Its vines grow so profusely that in the warm season you can't even see its eyes. Bran?
We finally made it.
The long tongue is always soggy with slobber. The saliva contains a solvent that causes numbness. MD.
Hey.
It hides food under its long body hair, however, it forgets it has hidden the food. Moogle.
Welcome to the end of all space.
And it deftly shucks nuts with its two tails, rarely using its arms. Specs.
I can't remember when we started this podcast anymore.
And we're talking about Pokemon Gen 4.
Finally, the evil has been defeated.
Good God Almighty. We've made it.
This isn't even like the longest gen, not even close. Do you know what we're in for soon?
Us.
Do you know what we're in for soon?
The next just gonna have 50 more than what we just did.
But I love Gen 5.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
wow. So...
And that's the episode.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
I'm just gonna get this out of the way now. I think the evolutions hard carry this dex. I do not really care for like the non-related to old gen Sinnoh Pokemon very much. There's a couple that are like really good, and then most of them are just whatevers. These are like probably one of my least favorite set of starters.
You know, I'll carry a torch for Torterra.
Torterra might be my least favorite of the three.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
I like the penguin. The penguin.
I like how it looks, but I don't like using it. I don't like using any of them.
I agree that I think most of the middle of the decks, I guess you could call it, the new Pokemon that aren't related to old ones are pretty mediocre, but I do really like all the starters. I think this is actually probably one of my favorite sets of starters.
I disagree.
No, you are so wrong, Brad. These starters fucking suck. These are the worst ones. These suck, dude.
I think the common consensus is these ones are really well liked. I'm just not on that team.
Okay, so I think the Penguins are good. Piplup is good. I don't care about Primplup, but Empoleon is also good. I am the biggest stan for Journey to the West ever, and Infernape is not good. Okay, it's not good. No.
Infernape's probably my favorite of the three, to be honest.
But the problem is we just had an Infernape. It's called Blaziken, and it was better.
That's not...
I agree with Specs in this rare instance.
I do think Blaziken more.
I would also go for Blaziken way over Infernape.
Chimchar is actually okay. Chimchar's design is good, and then it's just like, fire and fighting, whatever. Let's go. Torterra, you're alright, but you're no Bulbasaur, my dude.
Chimchar was my pick as a kid, but now I think I like the Turtwig and Torterra line the most.
I mean, to me, there are some big hits. Like, I really like Vespiquen, I like Drapion, I like Toxicroak.
Yeah, Toxicroak and Drapion are so fucking good, especially Toxicroak. Just one of the most charming designs of all time.
Yeah.
Rotom, obviously, is like a top 5 to me.
I like Luxray.
We're not talking about the most important Pokemon to ever have been invented other than Pikachu, which is Lucario. Come on, guys, Lucario's in this gen.
I had a secret challenge for all of us, which was not bring him up, and you failed this, Specs.
Congratulations.
Because of that, everybody has lost the gift I was going to give them, so.
A mystery gift, if you will.
Yeah, there's a special little mystery gift, and now you've lost it.
I disagree that the majority of the decks is shit and it's hard carried by its evolutions. I think there's some really strong and good guys. I think some of its evolutions are what weaken it, because a lot of it is like the dregs. No, the dregs that you couldn't, like Gen 2 was like, oh, here's all these evolutions, pre-evolutions of the first gen, but like now we're like, what else we got? Fucking, like we already had, Tangrowth. Whoa.
I think that the hit rate is way better than the miss rate on the evolutions.
The miss rate on the evolutions for me are ones that I'm just like kind of ambivalent on.
I think one of the big problems with this dex is the legendary bloat in it. We got
Yes,
Uxie,
fuck.
Mesprit, Azov,
Yeah.
Dialga,
Yeah.
Palkia, Heatran, Regi, Giratina, 5 different forms of Giratina, 2 different forms of Shaman, shit like
The
that.
fucking
Like, fuck
3
off.
lake spirits.
Yeah,
What are they
Fion,
called?
which you can't even get. Manaphy, Cresselia, whatever.
Sinnoh's a very religious
Mythical
region.
place.
Yeah. So, and it's like, this is the game about God.
God's not even in the game unless you play a weird like event that they make you go to a Pokemon Center in Japan to download. Forget that.
Oh, that never even happened. That's not even true. That didn't happen.
But Gen 1 is about Mew, and you can't get that unless you do a thing under a bush.
Gen 1's not about
truck
Mew.
or whatever.
Mew.
Yes,
But
it
Mew is
is.
just
It's about
there.
Mewtwo.
No. Yeah, and Mewtwo is about Mew, so therefore,
No,
Mitch is right.
Mewtwo is his own person,
It's not
and his
Mew at
name is
all.
Anakin.
No, he's a new baby born named Mish.
At,
So,
at the time of playing it, I thought the legendaries were pretty overdone, but like Mitch said, this is like the mythical religious place where like myth and legend takes hold. So I think it makes sense that there's just like a bunch of random bullshit legendaries who are just like part of ancient stories where you're like, oh, is it true or not? And because it's video games, it's always true.
so I never finished any Gen 4 game. I've never finished a Gen 4 game. Like, other than, like, the Gen 2 remakes, which I'm not counting. Like, I just didn't. How backloaded are all of the legendary stuff? Like, are they all backloaded into, like, the
They're
post-game?
all post game, yeah. I mean, except for Palkia and Dialga, like you fight them in the story.
Okay, yeah, 'cause I think I caught Dialga. I think I remember catching Dialga. Like, I got that far. I think I got all the way to the like Victory Road and then just lost interest. I think that's where I ended up getting. But like, I don't remember much of the rest of them showing up, and I never played Platinum, so I don't know if they also show up in Platinum. But
Most of them show up in Platinum. I think another reason I don't mind all of them is because they don't really bog down the main story at all. They're all just extra stuff in the post game,
This
which
is
people
true.
complain about not having anymore. But suddenly it's a problem. We have a bunch of legendaries.
I seem to recall that you have to go hunting for the 3 fairy, Uxie, and a self things.
No.
And that really slows
No.
down the story. Is that not?
Oh, you
That-
do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do,
Yeah,
right?
you
It
forgot about
really
that.
slows down the pacing of the game. I just want to go
What?
challenge
You
the
just
gym.
fly there.
Wait, you can fly.
Yeah, but you just got to fly to 3 different lake locations. Like, that still slows down the pace.
I
Like,
think you
if
only need to go to
you're-
one of them. Isn't it because like you and your 2 like friends like split up and each of you do one of the lake trio?
I distinctly remember having to bail your rival out of one of them.
I also think that anything that slows down the game is going to be like extra annoying in Gen 4 because it's just so slow.
already
generally.
slow.
Oh, yeah, especially if you're playing Diamond and Pearl, not Platinum.
Oh,
boy.
Yeah, I only have experience of Platinum, so I quite enjoyed Gen 4, actually. I thought it was a good game. I didn't have to put up with Diamond and... excuse me. Diamond and Pearl. Sorry, it's hard to get those words out. This was my entry back in after I skipped Gen 3, and what I really appreciate about Gen 4 in particular, not just this game but Heart Gold and Soul Silver, is you can catch most Pokemon in the decks just in Gen 4. It's really easy to catch them all if you have Platinum and like one of Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Sure must be nice to be playing
Um,
Platinum. Not my experience with Diamond.
I feel like, if I remember right, that's not entirely true.
You just need the Pokewalker as well. The Pokewalker does a lot of heavy lifting as well, but
There's
like,
a couple of Pokemon you have to transfer from Gen 3, like 2 maybe. And it's really stupid ones. It's like Lunatone and Slowbro or something.
That's
yeah, but like
hilarious.
there's loads of stuff that you can. I was over 450 Pokemon, I think, when I was playing Gen 4. I was like really pushing to finally catch them all, you know.
Yeah, I don't think people realize how bad Diamond and Pearl were as
They
like starting
fucking
versions.
bad.
So I'm gonna go through what I remember, and the first one is that if you did not pick Chimchar, or you did not get Flareon or Rapidash, you had no fire type options. That was it. It
Flareon's
was
not
those three.
in Diamond and Pearl.
Oh, you're right. It was just Rapidash.
It's
Yeah,
just
so-
Rapidash
Yeah.
and Chimchar.
It's just Rapidash and Chimchar. It was to the point where, like, I don't know what they were thinking making a fire type Elite Four member. Like, because of the limitations, they had to get clever with his team, which was cool. But also, like, why did you do it in the first place?
It really is quite shitty.
He has a Steelix, a Lopunny, and a Driftbloom.
Did you just remember that, like, off without looking it up?
I mean, I don't remember all of their teams, but it's such a notable fact that he has like no fire types. He has the 2 fire types that are in the game, and then 3 random oddballs.
They couldn't have given us, like Arcanine? Like, well, come on.
He's just playing Pokemon Stadium. Don't worry about it.
It's so stupid.
How hard could it possibly be to put? I mean, I guess there was a precedent at the time of like a regional dex has 150 Pokemon, and so I guess they were fire type just end up getting shafted in place of other things.
It's one of the core 3 types of the games. You know, like it's the starter trio.
It's really egregious. Like, how did it, I feel like they must have not noticed or something, or it makes me wonder. Okay, so here's the other thing too, and it makes me wonder if this links into this. Almost all of the like evolutions of past gen Pokemon are not available in Diamond and Pearl until after the Elite Four. The list is like what Roserade, Ambipom, Honchkrow, Miss Magus. I think that's it before the Elite Four. So I wonder if they made that choice later on and then forgot to remedy it with adding fire types in. Because that would have given us at least Magmortar.
Yeah, we could have given him Magmortar.
The Rotums were all in Platinum as well, weren't they? The forms.
Yeah, and Rotom was like a legendary encounter in Diamond and Pearl for some reason.
Yeah, I for sure thought he was a legendary as a kid.
Yeah, and then they didn't give us the forms until Platinum. What other stupid shit did Diamond and Pearl do? I don't think those games were ready for a release.
What was the deal with the Underground? Did anybody get into
I
that problem?
played a lot of Undergrounds with my friends.
It was like a multiplayer hub. I played a little bit.
Yeah.
There was a funny little game you could play where you had to run around grabbing gems to score the most points or something.
I think it was like a
And-
capture the flag thing, right?
Yeah, there was capture the flag, and that you could make a secret base and go to each
Yeah,
other's
so you're
secret
basically on.
bases
And
as
then there was
well.
fossil mining. There was a little mini game
Oh,
where you would tap on
yeah.
the screen to uncover stuff, and that's how you grinded a lot of resources. I played that a lot.
Yeah, that's probably what I did the most.
Notable things about Gen 4, physical special split comes in here.
Yes, one of the best things I've ever done.
Oh yeah.
This is the thing that makes it so hard to go back to pre Gen 4 for me. Anytime
Yeah,
I
for
try
sure.
to play Gen 3, I'm oh, I miss physical special. There's so many Pokemon that are just like Crawdon, unusable in Gen 3 because he's a physical attacking water dark type.
I think it's really telling that whenever people do ROM hacks nowadays, they normally end up adding the special and physical split even for prior gens. I think that's really telling.
It's shocking it took this long to do that.
Yeah, it is, for sure.
There's a lot of work must have gone into it too, because you got to go through every single move.
And decide whether or not it's physical.
And unless you control F tackle for Volt tackle and Flare tackle or whatever it's called, you're gonna that poor intern who had to go through them all and decide. Are there any weird ones that you think are that should be physical or that should be special?
Pedal Dance is a special move that makes contact. Fun fact.
Yeah, they have a few of those, which they kind of had in Gen 3 anyway because of Rough Skin. Rock Throw and Rock Slide, I'm always a little okay, I get that we have to make rock types not bad, but calling those physicals a stretch.
Ancient Power is still a special one, right?
No, hold on.
Yes.
Rock throw is physical. You're using your muscles to throw them. You're not using your fucking mind.
Yeah, I agree with Wooly on that.
Yeah, and when I use a gun, I'm throwing the bullets because my physical attack is higher.
That's crazy. Because I'm using my muscles to also shoot water out of my mouth, and that's special.
Oh, that's where you shoot your water from?
No matter where it's coming from, I'm using my muscles to shoot it out of that hole, you know?
Earthquake is also a physical move.
Yeah, because I'm stomping the ground hard with my ass. Can you name a special rock or ground type move?
Earth Power, Power Gem, Mud Slap, Mud Shot. Actually, a lot of ground type moves now that I think about it. There's not a lot of physical ground type moves.
I think Earthquake and Bulldoze and
Yeah.
The good one.
I
Magnitude.
love bulldoze.
Yeah, Magnitude is also physical, isn't it?
Who uses Magnitude? Get real.
Poison is the real one, which often doesn't make sense. So
No, I mean you got like the ones that shoot poison are special, and the ones where you like attack with a poisonous appendage or physical, like poison
Yeah.
jab
Oh, yeah.
and poison tail and poison fang.
Other notable things about Gen 4, Days of the Week, which was in Gen 2, but then they took it out for some reason, and now it's back, and I think it's good.
Please remember that every gen has its own mechanic, and they don't want to reuse mechanics in new games. So,
I think Time of Day is not, like, it's such a boon. You can have nighttime Pokemon come out, you can have, like... The Days of the Week thing was interesting because if you went into like that creepy mansion, there were like different things happening on different days of the week. Like it's cool. It should be in every gen. It is bad not to have a Days of the Week, or at least I mean Seasons is also good, but like and nighttime. Nighttime should be in every Pokemon game. Fuck off, Gen 3
And 5.
and but I love Gen 5.
Nope, you can't. You can't play pick favorites.
fuck you, Gen 5, affectionate.
Fuck you, Gen 5. Be better. You're my favorite. What other events were there that happened on different days of the week? All I remember is the like Rotom Mansion.
Drifloon on Fridays.
Driftbloom Fridays, baby.
Actually, I feel like Days of the Week were like not a huge thing in Gen 4.
I don't recall them being a big deal.
There's like some like daily events.
Like in Gen 2, I would mostly pay attention to it for the bug catching contest.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't even know that was a thing in Gen 2. I was just like, oh, maybe today it will be open.
Don't they tell you?
Yeah, I think they do, but I was like, there's no way the game knows what day it is.
They seem to do this quite often, where they bring back a mechanic and then they kind of like half-ass it, so that there's very little point. But they're like, yeah, we brought it back. That's what you wanted, right? Right?
They kind of half-assed it for Diamond and Pearl. There were like 4 locations where different things would happen on days of the week, but for Platinum there were like double the amount of locations where different things would happen. There were different interviews on the TV. That was a cool thing. You could like see different interviews happening, and if you'd been interviewed, like sometimes your interview would come up. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
The PR that Platinum did for Gen 4 is fucking insane.
I bet. Like,
We went from,
I
like,
still need to play it.
Diamond and Pearl are like 4 out of 10 games, and Platinum's like 8 or 9. Platinum is so good. It's such a better game. So much of a step up.
Is it the first one where like the one that they do like a year after the actual release is the one I get, and like it's the other ones are just pointless? Like
I mean, Emerald kind of is like that, but I mean, this
Yeah.
is just like
Honestly,
I-
Crystal too.
Yeah.
no, I think Gold and Silver still hold up against Crystal. Like Crystal is definitely better, but I don't think there's anything wrong with them.
But like, is there a reason to play Gold and Silver over Crystal?
You could say that about any of them, right? Like there's not
Yeah,
a
that's,
reason
I
to
thought that's
play.
what Google
I don't
was
think you
asking.
could say that about any of them. Like Red and Blue have some stuff over Yellow.
But Platinum
you
is the
might want,
biggest
but-
upgrade, I think.
I'd rather play Red and Blue than Yellow.
Yeah.
When you go back to the other gens, there's always a party that can go, oh, I'll play Ruby, or oh, I'll play Gold or something. You never go back and play Diamond and Pearl. Ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was really pissed off when Gen 5 came around because I was like, oh, I'll wait for Grey.
Yeah. Good luck. Instead, you got
You got Black 2 and White 2.
Black 2 and White 2,
Yeah.
which are broken in their own ways, but still really good.
This was the last third version, right?
No,
Yeah.
Platinum.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no.
What?
What's the other one?
Me when I lie.
Did you all forget about Pokemon?
Pokemon version?
Hurry up! The bit's fading, the bit's fading, the bit's
Hurry up!
fading.
Pokemon and Pokemon.
Hurry up.
She's
Remember when there was
dying.
going to be Pokemon Z, and they were like dead set that there would be Pokemon Z and Pokemon Stars? And they were,
Pokemon and Pokemon
Yeah. Pokemon Z came out. Pokemon Z came out.
Pokemon Stars? Who could be Pokemon Stars?
there were some really big fucking leaks about that.
Pokemon Gun?
Oh my god,
Pokemon
Pokemon Gun.
Pokemon Gun. Pokemon Bow, it would have to be. Nobody predicted anything for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet because they were fucking shit. Wait, no, Sword and Shield were the really shit ones. I take it back, Scarlet and Violet. You're all right.
No, they're not. They're still bad.
So, Platinum added all of the extra evolutions, plus a few other Pokemon, made it more balanced, changed the pacing of the game, changed the story, to be honest, and then added a new Battle Frontier at the end. Made the surf speed faster. You couldn't just surf to Darkrai's Island anymore. I don't... Like, I guess it makes me wonder what happened with Diamond. I think they must have rushed it out for the anniversary at this point. There's no other explanation.
Yeah, it feels like it was rushed out to meet some arbitrary deadline for a DS release. Because they were like, we gotta have something on the DS. We can't not have something on the DS. So get it fucking out there.
You can imagine there was a lot of work being done on like getting the Wi-Fi stuff set up, because let's be honest, Game Freak don't know what the fuck
First
they're
DS
doing when
game,
they make a game. So like
New architecture.
yeah, they're setting up architecture. They're working with new processes they've never worked with. They're making the map 3D, which they've never had to do before. There's so much stuff going on that it's not an excuse, but you can see why they would shit out a game early, because that's just what they do every gen.
What was the release schedule like for end of Gen 3 and then start of Gen 4, so Diamond and Pearl? Like, how long did they have to make those games? Like, presumably it was Emerald. No, it would have been Fire Red and Leaf Green before Emerald, after Emerald.
Emerald came out after them.
Oh, okay. Wasn't Diamond like 2000? Yeah, 2006. They had 2 years. Probably needed more than that.
These were the first names that gave us Wi-Fi, so that was really fun to go online to try to find a Pokemon you couldn't find, and everybody just asking for a level 1 Mew in return. I'll never forget that.
I can't remember if I've told this story on PMM, but in Emerald there was like the cloning glitch, and I had like a level 100 Entei, and so like every day, because you could only transfer 6 Pokemon a day with the Pal Park, every day I would clone 6 Enteis, send them to Diamond and Pearl, and put them on the GTS and get like people would send like other legendaries and like shinies and stuff, and that's how I filled out a lot of my decks.
I'm just looking at release schedules. It's really interesting, actually. So Emerald came out 2 months before the Nintendo DS did, and
I did not know
then
that.
it was 2 years before Diamond and Platinum came out.
Oh, they took their time on that. I always forget that the GBA has such a short lifespan.
Yeah, it was 2006, end of 2006. These ones came out, so the DS had already been out 2 years. So they had close to 3 years, really. If you assumed that like a B team was working on Emerald as well, they had quite a while to get these out, and still, yeah.
Still kind of shat the bed on them, huh?
Do we want to talk about the game's story? If I can't remember it.
You can't remember it.
It all
Team
starts
Galactic.
the things this game did to the Pokemon timeline as well, because the first thing that happens is you watch the Red Gyarados at the Lake of Rage on TV. So this turned into this takes place at the same time as Gold and Silver debate.
Who gives a fuck?
You'd be surprised.
I'm sure loads of people do, but who gives a fuck?
How is it a debate if it's on television in game?
Could have been a rerun.
Maybe there was another Red Gyarados there, though.
One Red Gyarados.
I have found 3 or 4 Red Gyarados that were not the Lake of Rage Red Gyarados throughout my Pokemon playing time. So
That's so unfortunate.
That's cheating.
It's so-
You're a cheater.
No, it's not cheating. It's fucking annoying because it's the most unvaluable shiny. No one cares. So the plot is, hang on, I'm running it through in my head. Team Galactic talk like something awful form users because they were localized by them.
What is that?
Wait,
true?
hold the fuck up. Could you say that again?
I think I said it once. I don't want to repeat it.
Okay.
I think she's
Okay.
wanting you to elaborate.
Oh, well, they talk about like cloning you and stuff in game in Diamond and Pearl.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, they talk like that. They talk like internet users. Cyrus was a pretty cool villain, mostly because he was just some weird amoral 27-year-old. I don't know how he like. I don't know. It's really easy to forget because he looks like he's 40, but he is in canon 27 and is acting like that.
Oh, I love anime so much.
And is acting like that, which is crazy. This one I feel like even more so than Gen 3 had a pretty, I don't want to say elaborate, but definitely a more complex plot than they've been going for in the main series
Because
games.
the stakes. This was definitely in Pokemon's like power scaling era. It's like, well, we gotta top the deities of like land and sea. What about time and space? And then there's the creator as well.
I feel like there's nothing wrong with just having an organized criminal gang that's just there to do organized crime and make money. And just generally be annoying to the populace. Yeah. You don't have to be taking over the world every 5 minutes.
Yeah,
you
honestly,
know?
it shouldn't be Team Rocket Never Jet. This stuff is just silly. I don't think I've really liked an enemy team like after the Rock.
I don't mind them having a different criminal organization each region.
Actually, those Skull dudes were fun. Who are the Skull dudes?
Gen 7.
Team Skull.
It's less about having the same one and more about like you can't keep escalating, and they keep trying to escalate, constantly trying to escalate.
Yeah, in later gens, they've definitely brought the scaling back down, and I think it's to the series' benefit. Like I like Team Skull quite a bit. They're just thugs.
Are they the football hooligan guys?
No, that's Team Yell.
It's Gen 7 that's Team Skull, but Gen 7 also then has an illicit scientific organization trying to break the barriers between universes and bring, like, unholy beasts in, like, to take over the world.
Oh yeah, I was
shockingly enough,
about
like,
them.
why? Stop it. Get some fucking help, get a hobby.
I don't think the point is to take over the world. They're just doing it and then and not really thinking about the effect it's going to have on the ecosystem.
What's her name? Is it Lucamine? She just has fucking issues, like, with her kids running away and being too controlling. Like, and you know, I don't mind it so much, but like the take over the world thing and like let's control God is it gets a little old.
I think Gen 4 is just kind of like it's the I think it's like the last game where they kind of just did the. I mean, I guess Plasma as well in Gen 5.
Plasma at least has a little bit of a gimmick where it's like, oh, but we're also like a morality organization. You shouldn't be training Pokemon because that's
Gen
evil.
4 is kind of like the height of when Pokemon was maybe at its most formulaic.
I don't hate them though. Like Cyrus is pretty good.
I mean, just by default, Cyrus is one of the more interesting characters of the games because what are you competing with here?
Is there any like extra material that explains like why Cyrus is the way that he is?
So, in the post-game, his grandpa lives in a desert. I'm not joking. And his grandpa kind of talks about him. Let me look this up. He was born and raised in Sunny Shore and was like just an awkward kid who preferred like building robots and stuff.
Hell yeah, this is my kind of kid.
Parents were like super, super hard on him, didn't live up to their expectations, and then he kind of crashed out, and now here we are. And his grandpa feels bad for not being there for him more. So, aww.
I wish this. I mean, I guess it's nice that this is like if you dig deeper, you can find it. But like, I wish there's more stuff like that like baked into the plot.
Nah, I don't care.
I think it's more interesting to hear after the fact because, like, I don't know, you have to fight him. Like, during the game, I just don't really care about his motivations too much.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, it would not make me feel any different about him if I found out before the fact. I'd be like, okay, so your parents didn't love you and now I have to go into, like, hell to do something about this? So, okay, so one of the coolest things we have to talk about is the Distortion World.
Fuck yes.
Which is, like, an upside-down style place where you go and all the land and stuff is just crazy fuck.
Can you just qualify that by when you say an upside down type place, are you talking about like Netflix hit series
No
Stranger
one
Things
cares
upside
about
Shut
Stranger
up.
Things but you, Spec.
That's what he meant though.
I'm not putting that in. Go on.
Okay, cool, thank you. So anyway, it's an upside down type place, like in Stranger Things.
Okay, now I'm putting it in.
And so you like climb through the landscape is absolutely insane. You go up a waterfall that's flowing upwards, but it's still like based on gravity. Everything kind of shifts and moves around you, and then you find Giratina at the end, and then fight him. And then Cyrus is like, "Wow, you did it!" And then just kind of like walks off in the Distortion World, and that's that.
I thought in those like anime shorts that they put out for like one of the anniversaries, I thought like Giratina like attacked him and then it fade to black. Am I misremembering that?
Correct.
Okay.
You're thinking of the anime or the manga. One of them he definitely dies in.
Platinum, they added like a scene of him when you're in like their base. There's like a scene of him basically having like a rally.
It's pretty crazy. You walk in with Looker and you both are like, whoa. That was pretty cool.
But yeah, he wants to basically just destroy the world because he thinks it's like broken.
Is he wrong?
It's not working on my machine. No one else is allowed a machine.
Music.
Good.
I think most of the battle music in this game is pretty mediocre, but most of the overworld music in this game fucks.
I don't like the gym leader theme very much, and this game doesn't have an Elite Four theme. It has the gym leader theme pitched down one pitch.
Do they
I'm
do
not-
that in Platinum as well,
I'm
or do
not-
they fix it?
No, they keep it in Platinum.
Oh my
It's
god.
the same. I'm literally not even kidding. If you go look up like Elite Four theme in Diamond and Pearl, and then listen to the gym leader theme, you're like, what the fuck is this shit? Are you serious? Well, that being said, Team Galactic's theme is rockin'. I think Cyrus has a good theme, and of course Cynthia's theme is pretty much like
Iconic.
the battle theme of the series at this point.
I don't know how much else I have to say about this game. I haven't really played it since.
Cynthia's the coolest champion ever.
Cynthia, yeah, she's alright.
All right, she's all right.
All
Are you fucking
right?
kidding me?
She's like the Lucario of Pokemon.
And she has a
Back off.
Lucario as well.
Don't say
Why
that
did you say that
about
like
her.
Jerry Seinfeld?
Don't say that about her. This is the second time that the champion is really involved with the plot, and the first time that she's cool as fuck. So
Yeah, she cool. She really cool.
What about
Yeah.
Lance? Lance was cool. He had a cape.
Lance was cool, and he did things with
Lance is
Gen
trying
2.
to be cool.
Lance is pathetic because he's literally just there to be like the league's yes man. They're like, hey, we need a new champion, and everyone else is busy. Are you not? And he's like, of course I'm not. I'm devoted to this. This is my life. And they go, oh, okay, well,
But then he helped at the Lake of Rage.
I don't give a flying fuck.
You're just salty because everyone's got a red Gyarados.
You just like Lucario, champion Cynthia.
She's cool. Sorry, she's cool.
She's hot. I
Did
agree.
Cynthia kill 2 Umbreon to get those hair extensions?
No, she's just a furry. You know what's crazy? She doesn't even use Umbreon. She's
No,
just
she
dresses
killed
like that because she just thinks they're cool.
I mean, people do that, don't they?
But man, I love a lot of the route and town themes in this game.
Yeah. It's a lot of
I
fun to
mean-
adventure to that music.
Route 209 is iconic. I love a lot of the town. I love Jubilife and Sunny Shore, and of course Eterna Forest and the lake theme. And I love the remixes of them in Legends Arceus.
This generation had an insane amount of spin-offs.
It did. It
Yeah.
had 17 games.
That's
Holy
fucking
shit.
nuts.
That's insane. Is that like the Ranger and the all the other
Yeah,
stuff that
a
goes on? Okay, yeah.
prize for Branathy if he can name all 17 games in Generation 4.
I know
Alright.
he's. I can already think of 3 he's gonna miss.
Well, there's the 3 PMD games. Explorers of Time, Sky, and Darkness. Troze. Dash was Gen 3, right?
I won't help you
Okay.
in
fine.
this.
I don't
I think
it was
because it's DS, like that would have been before these came out, but it's still a DS Pokemon game. So
Dash
kind of-
Pro-
Yeah,
and 3 Mystery Dungeons.
there's
That's three.
There's 3 Rangers games. I don't know the names of all of them except for the first one's just Pokemon Ranger. So that's 4, 5, 6. That's 7. Or
Several of the ones you've named are Generation 3 spin-offs.
what? No, I've
Troze's Gen 3.
Troze's Gen 3, really?
Yeah, the first Pokemon Ranger is also Gen 3.
Oh my god. Okay. No, because it has Manaphy in it.
Okay, that doesn't make it not Gen 3.
the first Pokemon movie has Donphan in it. Does that make it?
Sure.
Gen 2?
Okay. So the other two Ranger
Well, by that
games, though-
notion, the first episode has Ho-Oh in it. Does that make the
What
Oh
else
Pokemon?
my
was
god!
there?
There's no Gen 1. No Gen 1.
Whoa! Holy shit.
My Pokemon Ranch
Yeah.
was one of them. What's the one? The fucking toys that became like its own series, where it's just like a fucking like beat 'em up that you just mash A and B.
No, it's Gen 5.
No, the first one's in Gen 4. I know this.
Pokemon Rumble.
Pokemon Rumble.
Yes, Pokemon Rumble. That's what I was thinking of. Oh, there was that WiiWare Mystery Dungeon game as well. That thing was Gen 4. Battle Revolution.
God, can we stop this bit? This isn't good.
Yeah, this bit's a bad bit. This is a bad bit, I'm sorry.
Alright, fine.
Trying to get Bran to name 17 games was a bad idea.
He might have missed the 3 Japan-only mystery dungeon games because
No, he
apparently they
mentioned-
love that
I
shit.
just
mentioned-
said that.
He mentioned that
WiiWare
maybe y'all should listen to Bran more.
I was busy looking into more interesting things than naming 17 Pokemon games. Do we actually care about any of these spin-offs? That's the question.
Mystery Dungeon is fun, but I don't know. It's a massive time sink if you need one of those, especially when you're a kid with a lot of free time. God, I played those for hundreds and hundreds of hours.
I remember being so disappointed by Battle Revolution because it neither had a story like XD and Coliseum nor the mini games like the stadium
Exactly,
games.
because I was mad about Coliseum as a kid. I loved Coliseum, and then
Yeah, Colosseum slapped. Although Battle Revolution still has some of the best animation work on Pokemon that we've ever got.
Yeah, I think I posted fucking Honchkrow death animation before, right?
Yeah, it's good. And they didn't carry those forward to the newer games. They just kind of homogenized all the animations, which kind of sucks. This is also kind of, with Pokemon Ranch and stuff, this is where you start getting Pokemon storage solution games coming out.
Well, there was in Gen 3 there was
The Pokemon.
Gen 3 had Box, which came with Coliseum.
Oh yeah,
Box.
it did, yeah.
which that game is like is very very rare now.
I know, I
Yeah,
know.
Sitting behind
so,
me.
so of course I
I
sold
own
it
it.
ages ago.
Alas.
Oof.
It's worth $2 million now.
Should we talk about the dog shit remakes?
Yeah, I've been interested to know about these because I didn't pick them up.
So the issue is that like they're not necessarily, as far as remakes, they're not bad. In fact, that's kind of the problem. They're too faithful to specifically Diamond and Pearl.
I was gonna say, like, do they integrate anything from Platinum into them, or are they? Oh my god! So they picked the worst Pokemon games and remade them.
The only thing from Platinum that I can think of that's in it is when you fight Giratina, it plays the Platinum exclusive Giratina music.
And those were the remakes that they were so faithful in that they pretty much just made them 3D, right, in terms of graphical
Yes.
style, but
And the
without
graphics
changing
look
anything
shit.
else.
The
They do
graphics
take
I
a
look
lot
don't
of
shit on
mind the
these.
art style. I think
I don't like it.
from X and Y, I thought it looked bad. I didn't like the new lanky people. I liked the old chibi people, and especially Gen 4. And they're regular sized people when you're in the battle animation, so I don't care. You're so zoomed far out. I didn't mind the Gen 4 remakes, honestly. I like them more than the originals.
Well, I mean, I like them more than Diamond and Pearl as well. I just don't like them more than Platinum.
They've got the problem with the graphics in this where, yeah, I think going for a chibi art style to kind of emulate the sprites of old Pokemon games is a good idea, but I think you've got kind of like that Final Fantasy VII problem where they've like tried to do it and just like, even Final Fantasy VII looked better to a degree. Like, it looks too much like they were going for the original art style in 3D, and it ends up making all the characters look weird. In my opinion, at least, I don't like the chibi style they've gone with. I think they could have made it look better.
It really looks like somebody's Unity project.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Nah. I didn't even finish Pearl. I didn't finish Platinum. I found it all so boring, but I managed to power through the remakes, no problem. I caught every Pokemon as well. I completed the National Dex in it, which is something I'd never do.
The thing I think the remakes do best is that they really like souped up a lot of like the end game trainers, like, and especially in the post game, like they added rematches for all the gym leaders, which I don't think were in Diamond and Pearl, and they have like really like high quality teams with like competitive level movesets and EV spreads and items and stuff, which is pretty cool.
I think the biggest thing working against the remakes is the other remakes, to be honest.
Because they did a lot more with those, didn't they?
Yeah, like, Sapphire Red and Leaf Green aren't like super duper different, but they do add the Sevi Islands and like a bigger post game. The Gen 2 ones are a complete overhaul of Kanto and some other stuff. Gen 3 kind of just becomes another game right at the end.
Yeah, it's like alternate reality takes.
I feel like the remakes were shat out because they were worried that Legends Arceus wouldn't be received well.
Yeah.
I think it was done by... I think it was outsourced.
Was it Grezzo?
ILCA?
Ah,
It's
yeah.
the team that makes like that manages Pokemon Home. But yeah, they definitely, and I think this was confirmed by the leaks that it had a very tight turnaround. I think a development time of like a year or something, and they were basically just made as like a just in case people don't take the Legends, we have the traditional style remake as well.
Yeah, the traditional style remake of the worst games you've ever made.
If it was like a traditional style remake of Platinum, I think like a lot of this would be like moot.
Oh, I'm sure.
They fixed the problems from Platinum, and I mean, they at least fixed the fire type problem because like in the underground there's a bunch of Pokemon that aren't normally native to Sinnoh. So I mean, there's at least more Dex variety, but like there's no distortion worlds.
I'm assuming that trainers don't have their updated rosters and stuff.
Yeah, they still have the Diamond and Pearl like trainer sets. There's no Battle Frontier and stuff like that. Oris had this problem at least a little bit, as well as that it didn't include some Emerald content, but they like reimagined some of it at least with the Delta episode.
It really is strange that their approach to this, because they release a game or a set of games, and then they go, okay, well that was just actually our first attempt. Here's the actual game as it should have been, and then they release the third version. And then when they go and remake it, they remake the original games without all the enhancements and stuff. And it's really fucking strange, but they'll also nod to it in the background. Like, didn't Oras have that thing where, like, is it the battle tower that isn't there? And, like, they just say, oh, the battle tower's being created.
Yeah, they did that. Yeah.
Like, why? Why even do that? What is wrong with you
It's so
people?
nonsensical. Like, this is your opportunity to make, like, the definitive version of, like, a region, and instead you just create another not definitive version of it.
Don't worry, when they remake the remakes, because we're gonna get to those at some point, I guess.
I don't think they want to make it the definitive version because they want to have everything a level player field that doesn't have everything, so that you're
if they were still
tempted
selling
to go
Diamond,
back.
Pearl, and Platinum
They are
on like the eShop,
They are
no, they're
on
not.
the virtual console
No, they're
or whatever.
not.
They're not, none of the Pokemon like mainline games are on the virtual console, are they? Like,
No, none of them are.
yeah, I think the closest you got was the 3DS, where you could separately buy like the Gen 1
and 2,
games.
but they've never released 4, 3, or 4.
Yeah, and then they're not in any of like the Nintendo Switch Online, like Game Boy Color,
Yet.
like any of the
Yet.
others. I don't think they're going to put them on there after this long. I mean, it's possible, but
You don't know.
People will pay for them separately, so they'll release them.
There's
separately.
no way they're putting them on NSO. Like they might release them on the eShop as like separate
Yeah.
purchases, but
Break in a case of emergency.
Yeah,
break
pretty much,
that
yeah.
glass.
I wonder what the remakes of the remakes will end up looking like if they ever bother to do that. Because
They did. It was called Let's Go.
They did Gen 1 Let's Go. Yeah, that's true. That's what I was thinking of. But like they haven't tackled Gen 2 yet. I don't know if they're gonna for a little while.
I hope they don't, because I think Let's Go sucks.
Yeah, probably. Baddie bad, as they say.
Okay, here's the thing about Let's Go. I'm like, it's only Defender. It looks good and it runs well. Name another Pokemon game on the Switch that does.
You know what? He's
Doesn't
right.
run that well.
He's right.
Yes, it
Snap.
does.
Pokemon
Not if you
Snap.
go to
That
Viridian
doesn't
Forest.
count. That doesn't count. Well, that doesn't count
doing
because it's
you.
an actual. That doesn't count because it's a good game. Period.
Don't call him period. We haven't talked about the bottom screen and what that unlocks for your Pokemon playing experience.
I don't think they did a lot with it that was good. You can look at your guys the entire
There
time. I guess.
was a calculator.
There was the Ordino scanner.
Yep. Oh no, that's
There
Gen
was a
after for
counter?
Ordino.
The Poke Radar.
Poker is cool.
yeah.
There was
Pokeradar.
a map. There was a little drawing thing. There was your party members bouncing around like the DVD menu
They did do
icon.
that. Yeah, they did do that.
You could rearrange your Pokemon from the bottom screen so you didn't have to pause, right?
I don't remember. I don't remember if you could.
No.
This reminds me of like one of the stupidest things about like the remakes is that like in Diamond and Pearl, you had like one button on the Pokédex to like cycle through your like Pokédex apps. And so if you skip over one, you have to like cycle all the way back. And then in Platinum, there's like, oh, there's two buttons, so you can go up and down. And in the remake, there's just one again. It's like, what are we doing? Why?
Because they looked
It's a
at
remake of
Diamond and Pearl.
Diamond and Pearl.
You hate to see it. I mean, in a game which ran generally quicker and where everything was paced better, maybe that touch screen works a little more responsively generally, but as it is, I mean, it was a first draft. They came back and they did more with it later on.
There's a fun little doodle pad you could doodle a picture of a Pokemon on. And there was a pedometer that showed you how many years you'd walked past.
This
I
is
didn't
the
care.
only reason he raised this, because he wants to say that word in that way.
I didn't care about any of the apps, really. I use the pedometer more than any of the other ones, because number go up.
You can look at which berries are harvestable with the berry map.
Oh, I had the item finder was on it as well. That was kind of cool.
They outsourced the pedometer in the next game that they released, so that it was you held it outside.
I bring my pedometer with me everywhere I go.
I used to wear the pedometer with me to work.
I am so impressed that you are all willing to tell yourselves pedos on a podcast. That's incredible.
I had the high score on the pedometer. I got it up to 9999.
Oh yeah, well I used my pedometer so much it ran out of batteries.
I didn't play them when they came out. I
I
didn't
see.
play Platinum until like Black was just about to be
Oh,
released.
okay.
I don't think. Maybe after Black came out.
Let me tell you my Pokemon Gen 4 stories. Game Station had a fantastic fucking deal where you could get a Nintendo DS Lite for £100, and it came with like an accessories bag and any one game you wanted. And I
Wow.
saw Pokemon Pearl, and I was like, nah, I'm a bit too old for Pokemon. And I got Spore Creations instead.
Oh,
My
God.
man.
Oh, God.
Hell yeah.
I was at a Christian summer camp when at 13 or 14. I only had this game to distract me. I had
That's where you really need your pedometer.
I had an absolute shit time of it, and I only had Pokemon Diamond to distract me. Yeah, after I got back, I just stopped going to church.
Thank
Nice.
goodness.
Nice.
That's my Pokemon Gen 4
Ironic
story.
that the game about God, Atheist pilled you.
I'm surprised they let you play Pokemon at Christian summer camp.
They weren't that Christian.
This teaches you evolution, actually.
No, I had cool camp counselors, the kind of guys that sit, reverse on the chair. The kind.
They did the right maneuver
So, no,
to
I
sit
got-
down, I get it.
So yeah, I got to play
I can
Pokemon.
imagine
Unfortunately, because
coming
then I had
out.
to play Diamond.
Well, at least we know that Pokemon Diamond is better than Christian Summer Camp. We can say that, at least.
I mean,
Barely.
Pikachu's pretty cool, guys. But you know who else was cooler?
Lucario.
Jesus Christ.
Who here has played Legends Arceus? Is it?
I
A
have.
little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
That doesn't count.
Didn't get me.
It didn't get me either.
I thought it was interesting, but it just looked like shit.
Which Pokemon game are you describing?
The game can only grab my attention enough with big evil Gardevoirs that I can,
Get stepped on by, yeah.
that's. But once I've got that, there's nothing left.
I
I
mean,
played Pal World. Does that count?
being run
it counts.
over by a very aggressive, very large Pokemon is something I didn't expect to see in a Pokemon game. Like them just trying to assault you directly. And it's nice to go back in time. Like the aesthetic is pretty neat.
I really like the aesthetic, and I just like I love the untamed nature. I think it's like the best thing they've put out since Gen 5,
Really?
which is not not high of a bar to be fair, but
What about Pokemon Snap?
That's not
No,
them.
I mean,
That's not them.
I mean core series.
Legends isn't core series. It's a spin-off.
No, it's not. It's
It's the same.
Yes,
It
it
is
is.
Game Freak though, as opposed to.
It's made by Game Freak.
Snap,
and you can,
which-
So
you
is
can
Harmonite and Rambi the Big Elephant.
Sure.
What
Yeah, you're
generation
right.
are those Pokemon games?
Well, they're not Gen 1 because we established Gen 1 doesn't exist. So
I guess that's it for Generation 4.
Really? There's more. Surely there's more.
what else is there to talk about other than Bidoof? You can talk about Bidoof if you want.
Oh yeah. There we go. What's your favorite Pokemon from Gen 4? What new favorite have you reconsidered because of it? And what's the Pokemon that you would kill? Marry, fuck, kill Pokemon.
My number one is Vespiquen. What Pokemon? I feel like there was a Pokemon I ended up liking less. I
It's
can't
pronounced
remember.
Vespiquen, actually.
Ah, shut up.
You know, I always call my Vespiqueen Vespiquef.
No.
So who would you
no.
kill, Austin?
Specs.
Yeah, agree. Complete agree.
Who would I delete out of the decks? Hang on, I have to look at the decks. Give me just a moment here.
All right, Bran, who's your favorite from Gen 4?
Either Yan Mega or Porygon Z.
My man.
And who's your new favorite?
Ooh. Probably Torterra. Torterra's one I didn't care for much as a kid, but he really has grown on me. Just like the tree on his back.
And which one would you get rid of?
Probably Cherum.
Cherum? Really?
Yeah. It's kind of just nothing.
I think oh, you know what? My least favorite of this gen has always been Pachirisu, so I think I would take Pachirisu out back and shoot it in the head.
Oh, that's
I
fun.
like Pachirisu.
Don't worry.
I do not.
I agree
Don't worry.
with MD. I think this is where we start getting, like, okay, Minun and Plusle, yeah, they look exactly like Pikachu, whatever. They're there for the gimmick, for double battles. Pachirisu, I feel like we should have stopped making Pikachus.
At least this one looks
Fortunately,
less like a Pikachu than all the other ones.
This is the
Yeah, he's a
nadir
big
of the
squirrel.
Pika clones to me. I think after this, it's only like up from here.
I agree, but also I don't want to delete it if only for like the World Championship thing. I think that's just too cool to discount.
Oh, I want that shit gone from that because now I have to hear forever and ever how actually you can just use your favorites and you can win like anything. No, it's like true because you know this guy one time he used like Pachirisu and Pachirisu is actually like bad, and so like it's cool that he like used it because it means it just was like his favorite.
I think I'd like Pachirisu if Pikachu didn't exist.
I mean, I
Glad it
get that
does.
it's got two cheeks and that it's in, like, prominent cheeks that's an electric type, but it's a fucking white and blue squirrel. Not like a yellow and brown mouse. Like...
Pachirisu's proportions as well are new Pikachu's proportions. They took Pachirisu's model and they applied it to Pikachu because they were like, that's cuter
big head,
than what
small
Pikachu
neck.
looked like.
It is big head, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't like that Pikachu. I like fat Pikachu.
Pikachu's been on weight loss since like Gen 3.
Hate Pikachu then. Don't hate
Pikachu
Pachirisu.
was the first trial of Ozempic.
Zempicamon.
I don't get it.
MD, who your favorite
Oh,
Pokemon?
100%. Vespiquen is my favorite. I don't think there was any I like turned around my opinion on for the better throughout this whole thing. I really do think Pachirisu is my least favorite of the decks. It just does nothing for me. Is that true? Fiona. Fiona is my least favorite because why are you here?
How about you, Mitch?
Yeah, you're gonna fucking
No, it's
interrogate
Noodle's
us.
Is it my
It's
turn?
Noodle's turn.
I
Yeah, it's your
like
turn,
Yan
Noodle.
Mega the most. Yan Mega is my favorite Gen 4
Hell yeah.
Pokemon. Yan Mega's great. I like bugs in general. This is an okay gen for bugs, but like it's, I mean, you get Vespiquen and you get Yan Mega. Like, next gen, we'll have some more fun with bugs.
Yeah.
I've turned around on Skuntank a bit. Like, I didn't really like Skuntank at all when I came into this gen, and I quite like it now. Like, I think it's funny. Funnier than it was before. You can delete, what are they called? You can delete Ugsy, Mesprit, or Azelf. One of them. No one will notice. Whichever one you take out.
Just
like,
one of them?
You can't
Yeah,
delete,
any one of them. No one's gonna
delete
fucking
one of the
notice.
legendary 3.
No one's gonna fucking notice.
I would notice.
No, you wouldn't. They'd show you one of them, and they'd ask you which one that is, and you wouldn't be able to answer.
Their hair is the same as their name.
Elaborate.
Elaborate, yeah.
Azelf's head is an A, Mesprit's head is an M, and Uxie's the other one.
That's not even close.
It's like an upside down you.
Make an ass out of you and me both.
What's your specs? What's your favorite Pokemon?
This gen is I've looked through them all like 5 times now, and I really am finding it hard to pick one that I actually have any kind of like personal affinity for. I like Krogunk. I know that's not like a very interesting an interesting pick because it is just a good design, but
It's great,
Krogunk is great. My new favorite.
You know what? I actually hate Krogunk because he has Pikachu's cheek things.
You know what? You're so right. You're so right. And his head is bigger than his neck, it looks
And
like.
he's thin too, not like fat Pikachu. So I kind of hate him.
Yeah, Toad should be
He's
fat,
he's
really,
wearing
shouldn't
a corset to make him thinner. So I actually hate Krogon because he's like Pikachu.
Anyway, as I was saying, I'm gonna give my new favorite to Heatran. I think I think he needs a win. I think he needs a win. He's not got a lot going for him, so he can have my pick for best newcomer.
The pity pick.
What does Mega Heatran look like? I don't even remember.
He doesn't have a Mega.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
he
he
does
does. He does, and
Oh, he
I'm
does?
looking at
When
it.
did that
oh, my
happen?
goodness.
That happened like a month ago.
Look at this fucking idiot!
We take 2.5 years to get through this shit, and then we miss the fucking new
My
Mega.
boy is melting.
It's like he's just melted into the floor. He can't put up with like how pitiable he is. He's pushing a dinosaur egg out of his back. He's hoping it hatches into something better than him.
I think his color scheme's a little better.
We weren't sure how to break it to y'all, but we got a bunch of Gen 4 Megas recently, so...
Oh dear.
If I saw a little Heatran just scuttling about on my ceiling, I wouldn't hit him off with a broom, you know, I'd let him be. My least favorite is Licky Licky. Fuck that shit. I want the one we didn't get from the Gen 2 beta sprites. I think Licky Licky is bad. Get him gone. Yeah, actually get like get Rhyperior gone too. I don't like him. Get Tangrowth gone. Get Magmortar gone.
Shut the fuck up about Tangrowth and Magmortar.
What about you, Wooly?
Alright, so I was gonna give the honorable mention to Heatran, not really because of him, but because of Spex's incredible roast. And now we got another one, so happy about that. My favorite as a kid was Weavile from this gen because I was very fond of Sneasel and still am. And
When you're stuck at a Christian camp, I imagine the edgiest one is probably going to be your favorite.
yeah. Let's see. New favorite. I think I appreciate Pure Ugly now in a way I couldn't as a kid, really.
Yes!
It's very funny. In a way you can't really see as a kid. You're just like, oh, that thing's, it's ugly. But like, now you understand. That makes it more charming. And Gallade, you're off the team. Get out. You and your big, weird, round butt. Get out
His
of here.
diaper, no!
That's the flotation device that stops him from drowning.
Yeah, that's my take. Obviously, Rhyperior is also terrible. And there's a bunch of other ones I dislike, but Gallade, he bothers me, and nobody else mentioned him. He's gotta go.
I'm happy to tell everybody that when Gallade falls asleep, we now know what he does. He gets on one knee.
The Milady Pokemon.
I like that you could quite easily apply deodorant to his right armpit.
Yeah, he's ready for you to stick it in there. He definitely needs it.
Yeah, and then when he mega evolves, he like puts it down because he's not stinky anymore.
All right, Mitch, what are your picks?
I think my favorite is gonna be.
Wow, there's so many to choose from.
It's a race to the bottom, honestly. I think I like Frostlass the most. She's my favorite. I think she's got a good design, and Ice Ghost is a neat type, and she's pretty useful too. My new favorite is either going to be Chimchar because of the fact we found out that his flame is from his gas, which was funny, or Rotom. I didn't really think much of Rotom when I first played the games because he's just like a freaking single evolve thing, but he's actually gets a lot of stuff going for him, and his design is actually pretty good. For ones that can go and get the fuck out of here, it's either it's a toss-up between Mismagius or Drapion.
Wow.
What do you have against the color purple?
I think Drapion is just so far removed from its pre-evolved. I think they could do better for a Scorpion Pokemon. I don't like Drapion. No, you know what? I hate Drapion. Drapion fucking sucks. He's
Mitch
an
is
awful
right.
looking Pokemon.
Yeah, I agree.
They need to redo him and try again, because this ain't it. This is the most Bamzuki Pokemon I ever see.
Yeah, It is very. If you wanted a scorpion, if you were given like the brief of, okay, you like scorpions, right? Here's a scorpion. You look at it. I don't like it as a scorpion. Like I don't think it's good either.
What's your problem with Miss Magius?
I don't think it looks like it evolved from Misdrevious. I really like Misdrevious. It's like one of my favorite ghost Pokemon. But like, this thing looks so weird. It's so long. I don't like its hat. It just doesn't look like it fits from Misdrevious to this Pokemon. I explained it during the episode.
Mitch, have you seen Fluttermane?
No. Oh, is that the fucking
The Gen 9 thing.
what are they called? They're called
Paradox.
Paradox Pokemon.
Paradox Pokemon. I think I did see. I think I like it more. This is better, but I don't think it's an evolve. This looks like Mega Misdrevious.
Yeah, that's kind of, I guess, kind of the idea. Yeah.
We call them Paradox Pokemon now.
No, we're back to calling them Megas now.
Do we have any closing thoughts for this Gen 4 wrap up?
This like brought Pokemon out of its little perceived dork age. This game has made Pokemon cool again.
What?
No, Pokemon was like, I mean, I think that's just the age thing, because it was firmly in its dork phase when I played it.
Was it firmly in its dork phase, or were you firmly in your dork phase?
I was firmly in my dork phase.
I think he's still firmly in his dork phase.
It's true.
Yeah, I think that depends entirely on how old you are, because Gen 5 was the one that made it Pokemon cool again for my
Like,
age
Diamond
group.
and Pearl was my last game before I, like, quote-unquote aged out, and then I came back, like, halfway to Gen 5, so I missed Platinum and Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Black and White.
Okay, well, I'm right and you're not, so
I'll allow it.
thank you.
I thought it was alright. Yeah. I liked it.
I thought you hated this gen.
I don't like the Pokemon, but I liked playing it. I enjoyed the play of this game. Yeah.
All right, let's get on this plane to Unova. We got 158, 57, too fucking many to do next.
We're going to New York!
We're going to the United
New
States
York,
of
baby.
Unova.
Gay Queens, baby. Greatest city in the world.
What's this over here, though, in the airport before we leave? Oh, there's a box here. And oh, look, there's a whole load of Pokemon in
Bitch,
here.
we're gonna miss the plane!
We don't have space for
Oh,
that plane.
you know what?
We missed
gotta
the plane.
report that
Oh, I
to
guess
the-
we're stuck
the
here.
guys.
I'm actually looking at all these balls and they're all air tags, so they belong to somebody. So we shouldn't touch this. All right, everybody, let's get on the plane.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Oh, I
We're
can
on the
see.
plane.
I got the window seat. What are those two towers over there that we're flying towards?
Robert Pattinson?